Tonight's Eye on America is a heads up about a business that takes advantage of some of the most vulnerable people in this country. A Senate committee opened an investigation today of finance companies that practice what's called predatory lending. CBS's Wyatt Andrews reports they often target elderly homeowners who can wind up in the poorhouse.
72-year-old Sanders Faust feels he was robbed, not by men with guns, but by salesmen with briefcases who loaned him money to help pay his taxes. Do you think these bankers took advantage of you?
Yeah, they took advantage.
The salesmen were from the Associates, a nationwide finance chain. In a span of 15 months, the Associates sold Mr. Faust 3 different mortgages with interest rates as high as 16.9%. Hidden in the fine print were expensive fees and credit life insurance, adding thousands to the cost of the loan. Did they know you couldn't read and write?
Yeah, they know it.
They knew it?
Yes, they know it.
And they signed you up to these terms anyway?
Yes.
In fact, at one point, $9,000 of the $26,000 Faust owed, more than a third of his debt, went to the Associates for the extra insurance and fees. What did you think about that?
I thought it was cruel.
The Associates is a subsidiary of the Ford Motor Company and a leader in what's called subprime lending. The Associates made $1 billion profit last year, providing high-interest credit, often to customers who can't get regular bank loans.
I want the car payments, the medical bills, and I want...
The sales pitch urges customers to pay off debt, borrowing against the equity in their homes.
And you've got equity here.
These lenders are looking for senior citizens or other low-income Americans who don't make that much money, but who still, after a lifetime of work, have built substantial equity in their homes. The real purpose of these loans, critics believe, is to siphon off the cash value in these houses.
These homes are gold mines for lenders.
Howard Rothbloom, an attorney helping Sanders Faust, says Faust was the victim of a practice called flipping, repeated refinancings, with each new loan packed with fees that raised Faust's debt.
It appears that they make their money on refinancing more than they do on the interest paid on a monthly basis. They strip the equity out of the house.
We're feeling a need for people to have access to credit that they may not be able to get elsewhere.
Fred Stern, an Associates senior vice president, denies there is any policy to flip loans and insists the Associates does nothing to take advantage of seniors or the poor.
It is not our policy to do anything does not make economic sense for the customer or for ourselves.
You would try to flip it as often as possible.
But former Associates loan salesman Gary Ayala says he was encouraged to flip loans. Salesmen also got bonuses, he says, for adding high-profit charges like credit life insurance without always explaining that to the client.
Some of them maybe didn't really understand what it was and signed the paperwork just thinking it was included in their loan and they weren't being charged for it.
While these loans appear to be legal, the federal government is investigating the Associates to see if the loans are deceptive or illegally targeted toward borrowers like Sanders Faust.
Everything is completely explained. That is our policy.
Policy, full disclosure.
Full disclosure. We believe disclosure is very important.
Credit life insurance, the finance charge that he paid. All that's absolutely above board.
We felt that we made a proper loan to Mr. Faust.
Today, Sanders Faust faces foreclosure on a home he once owned outright. He agrees the Associates helped him borrow, but then he says they helped themselves to the only wealth he ever had. In Decatur, Georgia, Wyatt Andrews for Eye on America.
And that's this.